Okay, guys, and welcome to week 5, team. Okay, so coaching communication mastery class here. So this week is all about how we lead through language. Okay, because communication isn't just what you say, it's what they hear. All right, so the right words can lift can lift energy, calm and anxiety throughout sessions, and also rebuilds confidence as well. The wrong words, even with the right intentions, can shut someone down in seconds. So let's start with the wins, guys. So one member win for this past week, one personal win, and one moment this week where you use communication to more or less change someone's state or shift their focus for the following week. Give you a moment. Okay, cool. Well done. Okay, so I want to share a story that, God, makes me cringe a bit, but it taught me everything I need to know about communication as a leader way back when. This must have been about 2019. Yeah, back in 2019. Uh, when we were building uh, the lean program. This is before the lockdown, which stopped everything. We had a coach, was technically brilliant, scientifically genius, energy, knowledge, everything, phenomenal. Uh, but their tone was perhaps too sharp, very direct, sometimes too much. They'd correct people mid-set with "no, not like that," or "you're doing it wrong." Now, and even though they meant well, and they did mean well, uh, the feedback I was landing quite often, and the criticism was a little bit, whoa, okay. So members starting to avoid their sessions. I remember one guy pulled me aside saying, "I love training here, but sometimes I leave feeling rather deflated and not really empowered and, to be honest, wanting to give up." So that hit me hard, okay, because I'd missed it. Technically, they were brilliant. I was more or less focused on their programming rather than the communication. So we sat down with the coach, and I basically said, "Is look, you're not wrong in what you're saying, but we are losing people in how you're saying it." Although I was a little bit scared to bring it up at first, but looking back, I was like, "Yeah, that was the turning point, more or less, of what I should be looking for in a coach." And it also helped us communicate better. So rebuilding the communication between us. Um, all then it went from like fewer commands and more connection. Once again, instead of "don't round your back," keep your chest up and keep strong posture. The results, the retention went up, confidence came back. Unfortunately, we did go into the early start of 2020. Uh, so, guys, what I learned from this was you can't be technically perfect and still fail as a coach if your language disconnects from your clients. So, lesson one, pretty much, guys, is clarity creates confidence, confusion kills momentum. Your members don't need perfect cues. It, it, it's not really just, you can get as many qualifications, level two, level three, level four, but you need to be clear and keep it simple. The KISS approach: keep it simple, stupid. That's what I go by. Just 3 or 4 cues, quick and easy. When you speak with clarity, you remove anxiety and build trust. No one cares about the science. No one really cares about the movements of the plane. You'll never need it. All right. So don't worry. Keep it simple. Before every block or circuit, ask yourself, would someone hearing this for the first time know what you're doing? Be clear. Clear is kind, okay? And vague is lazy, all right? So be confident how you say it as well. So where could communication be clearer in sessions, messages, or even your check-in points on my bootcamp app with your clients? So lesson 2, connect before correction. All right, this is a mega one. Okay, so you can't coach someone who you don't have a connection with. All right, before you correct a lift, connect with the person, and you should be doing that on the entrance, welcome them by the first name, knowing something about them. If you knew something about them, ask them a bit more, get to know them. This is my bootcamp philosophy. All right, before you correct lift, connect with that person, smile, use their name, make eye contact, and meet their energy. All right. When people feel seen, they're going to be more open for feedback, and to the point they're going to ask for your help. All right. So when they feel judged, they're going to shut down. It's like approaching a horse from behind. You're going to be kicked. Hopefully, they're not going to kick you. So remember, guys, the goal isn't to improve, no, isn't to prove you're right. It's to help them get better. Connection earns you permission to coach deeply, and that's where you become a high-end coach. It's rather than listening than shouting. Think of a member who's been resistant to feedback. What could you do differently to connect before you correct? Lesson 3, guys, tone and presence. So your tone is 80% of your communication. You can say the right words with the wrong energy and get the wrong results. So when members feel your presence, your calmness, your certainty, they mirror it. I always bring a lot of energy. They raise to their energy. Coaching presence is built, basically, guys, coaching presence is built in silence so as much as your speech. So observing, listening. All right. Slow down, breathe. Okay. Speak with intent and confidence. When's the last time you caught yourself speaking fast or harshly? And what triggered it? So, lesson 4, guys, here is listening as you become more into leadership. All right. So, great coaches listen twice as much as they talk. Most of the time, your client has already told you the solution. You just need to use your ears, okay, and listen. Listening builds trust. When people feel heard, they follow your lead naturally, not out of pressure, but connection. They see you as a leader. Remember, leadership isn't about being the loudest in a room or commanding someone. It's about being the most aware of what's going on with the situation. So sometimes when you're teaching and everything's in motion, step back, observe from all angles. They are all telling you something from what they're saying or their body language. So, what's one thing you learnt this week just by listening? And this is going to be a question we're going to bring to the meetings each week. Okay, so let's close with a little reflection, guys, and actions. Where in your coaching do you talk more than you listen? Which member or even team member could you reconnect through better communication? Is it reaching out to them via the Everfit app or the my bootcamp programs? What one phase or habit you'll drop, okay, and one you'll replace it with in the next coming week? Post your communication and your commitment, guys, in the coaching app by tonight, okay, on the WhatsApp coaching group. Okay, so I'm going to go first, guys. I'm going to be recommitting to speaking more clarity and presence in every session I lead, and turning up and being more aware. Listen to you guys come to the meetings. All right. So remember, leadership lives in our language. The right words build culture, confidence, and strong connections with clients. Catch you on the call.